Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So what happened yesterday at the White House is so much more than meets the eye. Ladies and gentlemen, okay? Today, I'm going to prove to you that not only was that a completely fake assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life, I'm going to show you as to why. Okay, I'm going to prove it to you, but I'm also only going to show you what Butler was Butler was fake as well with proof. Are you ready for the truth? Can you handle the truth? Ladies and gentlemen, since humanity fell from God's grace, from its creator's grace, he has been living under a lie. He has been practicing lie. So truth is forbidden in the human mind. You understand? So we don't want to hear, because we are so used to, we got into this comfort zone of living in this alternate reality that was given to us by Satan himself. And he has created all of these organizations that have completely eradicated any sense of reality, any sense of logic. And we have come to a place where we normalize everything that is against God. From abortion to homosexuality to transgenderism. You understand? The devil, Satan, is having a feast. And he deserves it. Because even the very humans that exist upon this earth were not planned. People have been having kids. Well, I want my next generation. Oh, I want to have a kid. My wife wants to have a family. Oh, my mother's wife wants to. My mother-in-law wants us to have a son. You understand? Oh, and this woman said, I would like to have a family to make sure that my man stays with me. I want to have a family for child support. I want to have a kid so that I can give it to bear through human sacrifice, through the act of abortion. You understand, ladies and gentlemen? This is what we humans are up against. But this is going to be short-lived, because believe it or not, this is the last human generation. Okay? There is no more generation. So what we witnessed yesterday, well, I didn't see it. I'm not into that. Okay, I just hear in the news. I'm not into sports. I'm not into music. I'm not into politics, because I know they all are bird. You know what they say? They are the feathers of the same bird. Birds of a feather will always stick together. You understand? So, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you, do you want more manipulating games than what happened yesterday? As if 9/11 wasn't enough. As if Butler wasn't enough. As if the Epstein files wasn't enough, which is a distraction. As if the Iran war, which was Israel pushed the United States into this war. Let there be no doubt. Because remember, they have convinced not just the United States, but the whole wide world that they are God's chosen people. Okay? So, but here's the problem. Ladies and gentlemen, this whole world is so confused that everybody's waiting for their Messiah. Okay? Check this out. The Jewish people are waiting for their Messiah. But they don't believe in the only Messiah that there ever was and that there ever will be. And he will be forever. The Muslims are waiting for what? For the Mahdi to convert the whole world into an Islamic faith, into an Islamic state of being. And then the Christians are waiting for their Savior, Christ. But all of these three organizations are going to be waiting in vain. Why? Because none of them, all of them are deceived. The Christians who are waiting on their Christ is not the Christ that the Bible talks about. Because if it was, then they will be living the Ten Commandments. They will be living rightfully so before the Redeemer, before God, before the human God, heavenly human God. I'm sorry, before the heavenly God family. But what are we doing? People go to the church every Sunday. What are they celebrating again? Following their mother church, the Roman Catholic Church, who is the first beast. Who are they following? You got it. They are worshiping the sun god, Baal, who is Nimrod, who killed his dad and married his own mother. And that, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, that wasn't the first time. The first time happened in the times of Noah, when his son Cam got his own mother pregnant, and that was the future fruit. That's why Noah cursed not his son, but he cursed the Canaanites. And we all know, if you study those people, they were evil as heck. They were corrupted as heck. They were practicing the most disgusting human, besides human sacrifice of babies. You talk about satanic society, there you are. But none of them are like we have in this last generation. Okay? Because it has been what? This behavior has been normalized all over the world. We are playing with God's creation. We don't deserve life, but yet we'll still have it. We are still getting a second chance. So, ladies and gentlemen, what you witnessed yesterday at the White House dinner, ladies and gentlemen, was a totally fake distraction. Okay? And by the way, this day of what? Of revelation, what they call it? The day of the revealing of the truth of the extraterrestrial. Ladies and gentlemen, again, do not believe the hype. They're not going to do this, because if they do this, you're going to get people closer to understand that these are what? Transdimensional beings. In other words, they are fallen angels. They are the fallen angels who have always been here, even before the human race was created. Even before you and I were created, okay? So please, stop the crap. So they have created all of this system. The devilish structures are all set to really take over on the one world order. The real Antichrist system. but not guided by an antichrist, man. Do not waste your breath or effort in waiting in an antichrist, because that's not coming. He's already here. We became antichrist when we disobey our Creator. We have always been here. It's that God has chosen who He's going to put. The devil has chosen who He's going to put in charge, because the earth dominion was given unto him, because we lost it by giving in to him. So every game that he has thrown away, we accepted it. We gave up, and that was our greatest mistake. He threw our religions away. We accepted it. That's why we became what? Sun worshiper, going to church every Sunday. All churches. So there's a series of events that are coming down the pipe, ladies and gentlemen, that unless you have a tight relationship with your Creator, you're not going to make it. You are not going to make it. By not just following these 10 commandments, but getting into reading his Bible, fasting, and praying at least 3 times a day. Okay? And once again, the challenge is still stands. If you show me any leaders throughout human history that has actually cared for its people, I will wire you, I will PayPal you, I will Cash App you, I will Zelle you, whatever, $600. Okay? I have him right here with me. But you're not going to find it. And the same challenge still stands for the truth. If you find anything, absolutely anything that is real out there, show me video. Everything is a lie. Your religious institution have lied to you. In fact, that has been the greatest trick that the devil has played on the human mind. Because through religion, he justified the coming out of the practice of Satanism in the public realm. Then you have the scientific community like NASA lying to your face, and you believe it. Because why? Because we have always been exposed. We were lied to. That's why how we fell from grace, from God's grace, our Creator's grace. So we have followed, and that's why we got into the comfort zone of believing and normalizing things that are against God. If you don't believe me, then answer me this question: does God agree with homosexuality? No, because it goes against nature. 2 men cannot procreate life. 2, or lesbianism. 2 women cannot procreate life. And then you have the scientific community such as NASA, right? Like I just told you, who have manipulated and lied to you, and you believed it. Here you go, still voting, believing that your vote counts, when in reality he has never counted. Your leaders are not elected; they are selected. They are chosen by the powers that be, by the puppet masters. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the day that America accepted the fact to be robbed back in 1913, that's it. America stopped being America and became what she has always been, except that now is more real, in your face. She is a corporation. America is a corporation. She's not a nation or a republic. And what happened in 1913? Well, let me tell you. Let me give you a quick glimpse, and then I'm done. You work all your life, and they take money out of your paycheck just for the heck of it, and there's nothing you can do about it. Call federal income tax and state income tax. And if you don't pay, they will come after you. You buy a house. You pay everything. You don't owe a cent. If you don't pay the property taxes, they will come for you. And they will take your house. Try to drive a car without a tag. Without a tab, I mean. TAB. Without a tab or a license, they will take your car away from you. So you see, you don't own nothing. So ladies and gentlemen, take this for what it's worth. What you witnessed yesterday is the beginning of many false flags that are coming down the pipe. Do not be deceived. Just like Christ told his disciples, that was the first thing that he told them. Do not allow yourself to be deceived. This is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, I do this out of love for you. I don't tell you to, oh, please subscribe to my channel. Oh, hit the like button. No. You know what I do? I want you to prove to yourself that what I say here is real. I do this out of love for you all because I want you to survive all of this cares that are coming down the pipe. America will be completely destroyed very, very soon. Remember what I told you. Donald Trump will be the last president of the United States. After this, there will be no more president. So may God bless you. And remember, I do this out of love. Do not forget the links that I will send to you. Y'all take care. Peace.